Hello everyone, welcome to the final grand finals game of this year's PCS. Can I get an amen, Mr. Double Pump? Hello? Brian?
To me?
Yes, you. Yes, I am talking to you. Good morning, Brian. It is me, Alex, with Brian, the one and only Tetrio God. It is the Tetrio Grand Finals with OkayDoritos, our first seed, and Bruhiones. Is he the second seed?
Yeah.
He is indeed the second seed. A very expected match, honestly. So, Brian, how do you feel in this grand finals? Who would win, in your opinion?
I mean, one person has reached Dax rank before and one person hasn't.
So you're saying it should be a clear-cut win?
I'm not saying that it's clear-cut, I'm just saying that there can be assumptions.
And assumptions are indeed flying around, just like how this game will be flying Tetrominos, Brian.
What the Sigma?
What the Sigma,
Flying
indeed.
Tetrominos.
So, let's wait for the players to confirm if they're G. And this is the final grand finals. After this game, the PCS this year will indeed end, Brian. I'm very sad. Very bittersweet moment indeed.
Crazy.
Indeed. Brian,
Seems like OkayDoritos is G. We're just waiting an answer from Bruhiones, also known as Alright Doritos.
Very interesting.
In Tetrio itself.
Seems that he changed his name just for this grand finals match. Alright Doritos. Maybe even in this game, he will show that his performance is not alright. Because alright will not come close, Brian. We need an exceptional performance.
What does come close mean?
Come close?
Oh, con close.
Come close, Brian.
I can't
Brian, it seems that we're about to start. Hello? Brian, are you here?
Oh, we're about to start.
This is a first to 7. The first set. The first game of the first set.
The first set of the final match, and it's between the two titans of Tetrio and Pisay in the Pisay scene right now. And starting off, OkayDoritos has a big misdrop that ultimately leads to his demise.
An immediate finish of OkayDoritos.
No. TKI for both players, it seems. Just an casual exchange of T-spins, but OkayDoritos misdrops. That gives time for OkayDoritos to attack with his own pieces, and it seems like he does have the upper hand. But OkayDoritos has the surge, but ultimately immediately cancels it. So it won't deal a lot of damage to OkayDoritos, as he misdrops yet again another point for OkayDoritos, just because of OkayDoritos misdrops.
Wow, it just seems that your clear-cut expectation, Brian. Not so clear-cut, he said. But it seems it's starting to be clear-cut with OkayDoritos leading with 2 already.
15 spike from OkayDoritos. However, OkayDoritos survives and counter-attacks with his own attack here. And that's a point to OkayDoritos. 1-2. The first 3 games of the first set of the final match. OkayDoritos with DT Cannon and OkayDoritos with the mountainous stacking tool opener. And it seems to work well against OkayDoritos as he scores his 3rd point in this set. Crazy. There isn't really much to say for these players. They've proven themselves along the length of this tournament, and yeah.
Alright, Doritos bouncing back 2-3. It seems that the The domination that OkayDoritos is showing off has yet to bite him back. Bruhiones, also known as Alright Doritos, catching up 2-3.
For players with the T-spin stack, Alright Doritos misdropping once again. He does have the surge to back it up, so it doesn't cause too much damage. It gives him time to clean up his stack, and that surge might have saved him from his demise in the 6th point as he scores it. And now it's 3-3 tied for both players. I didn't notice, but OkayDoritos misdropped, I think, but he does seem to fix it quite well in quite a few amount of time. OkayDoritos though with the back-to-back doesn't need the surge to defeat OkayDoritos in that point. It's just the games are flying the points are flying by so fast. Just can't process everything that's happening in the screen right now due to the sheer expertise and speed of these players. Just goes to show how Pisay Tetris players are pretty good. They're pretty good. Alright. Nothing happening out of the blue right now. Just some view rank stacking between both players. OkayDoritos unleashing his surge, and that does prove effective against Alright Doritos. He doesn't have the response to OkayDoritos' sudden spike. Of course, his 4th point. Oh, it's tied now. I looked away for a second and the 10th point is already over. Crazy. Oh, both players are doing wait, no. Both players were doing 6-spin opener, but they went down to their different variations of the said opener. And Alright Doritos suddenly has the upper hand. Of course, 6-5 match point of the first set. Let's see if this set goes to Alright Doritos on this very next point, or if it goes down to the tiebreaker on the first set of this match. And with the misdrop of Alright Doritos, it seems like OkayDoritos can score his 6 point leading to the tiebreaker. Let's see if he can, and it seems like Alright Doritos doesn't have the pieces to downstack, and it's now tiebreaker. Wow.
My bad, I apologize, I am back. 6-6 already, tiebreaker currently being unleashed. OkayDoritos stacking like it's his last point, because it is his last point. Bruhiones just fighting back with his life on the line. Both players just dropping it down.
Pretty nasty stack from Alright Doritos, does manage to clear that up, but again, as he clears up the hole in the left side of his board, he does misdrop once again, and once again. Let's see if he can fix this. He does seem to fix it, does manage to fix it right now, but it does give OkayDoritos time to attack, and that's game.
What a game indeed, neck and neck until the very last point. 7-6 in this best of 5, Brian. How do you feel? As far as I can observe, they had very similar openings at the start. I'm not exactly familiar with the names of the openings, but they had very similar openings. But OkayDoritos usually just coming out on top just because of the sheer speed that he was going with.
Yes, indeed, OkayDoritos does have the speed, but the reason why the match is so close is because OkayDoritos is quite inconsistent, as I've seen so far in this tournament. He does seem to misdrop a bunch, and that does cost him a few points against even less skilled players like me.
Like you indeed, OkayDoritos. But there is some
What
tea, it seems.
happened?
there is some. No, it seems that OkayDoritos has to change settings, so he
Wow.
he just left the lobby just for a bit. Oh, he's back. But it seems that OkayDoritos saying in chat he's playing against his idol. That's a very that's a very pressuring scenario, I must say.
Napaka-true.
Indeed. It's a very interesting first map. This is the first map, and I'm not entirely sure if the players have warmed up. Well, insider info for OkayDoritos, he was doing his mathematics AA before this. So it's obvious that he does not have as much warm up as, say, OkayDoritos. But still showing, warm up or not, he was able to deliver a performance.
And now, as the second set of match starts, both players opening with TKI, a very common opener. Simple but deadly. OkayDoritos misdropping, however. Wait, what? OkayDoritos' board is horrendous. He does manage to fix it, but that looked ugly for quite a while.
Despite the ugliness, Brian, despite all the hiccups on the road, OkayDoritos still delivering a performance, clearing out all the Shominos, all the garbage, and sending it out to Bruhiones. However, both players clinging on to dear life.
Both players are just misdropping all over the board. OkayDoritos.
Just trading blows back and forth. They just seems that my co-caster is lagging. Brian paging Brian Daza. No matter without Brian Daza, it seems that OkayDoritos and Bruhiones both hanging on to dear life with almost perfect gameplay here, not a single misplace to be seen. OkayDoritos though choking at the very last minute, at the very last moment. Moving on to the second game of the second set. OkayDoritos, hello, you are back. An immediate barrage of attacks from OkayDoritos.
Decision from OkayDoritos has IPs just blocking his well on the right side, and that is the first point of OkayDoritos in this set. Very cool. DT Cannon opening versus TKI opening. OkayDoritos having this major misdrop does fix it quite effectively. Very nice showing from OkayDoritos.
Look at the setup there for OkayDoritos. A very good potential for a barrage of attacks, and indeed he does deliver. However,
indeed. Oh
no!
Oh my God! What a doubt! No! He misdropped the IPs. Could have been his second point if that didn't happen. But OkayDoritos' board too high up with too many holes.
Just a single mistake. Already 2-1 on OkayDoritos' favor. However, it is still neck and neck. Not both players can still have the advantage at any moment in time.
OkayDoritos trying to do the funny P180 spin and does it. Very charismatic.
Charismatic indeed.
And that is his third point of the set. I don't know what happened, but it seems like his attacks were too much for OkayDoritos to handle.
I think this is the first ever lead by 2 in this entire match.
Maybe. Haven't been paying attention to the scores.
Pretty sure it
just
is.
To the players.
This is a very good setup from OkayDoritos. Has a very good, and just like that, finishing OkayDoritos off with a combo.
Wombo combo.
Wombo combo.
Stick spin opener, I'm calling it right now. Yup, there it is. OkayDoritos, the miss dropping the MS2 stacking opener. But both players are just miss-dropping here and there. It's inevitable, but it does quite does seem to happen quite frequently on these players. But alright, Doritos is stuck. He has the
Wow.
surge. But again, it's not enough for OkayDoritos to be topped out.
Indeed, a commendable attempt from Alright Doritos, down stacking until the very last moment. However, OkayDoritos delivering a finishing blow.
Oh. Alright, Doritos fixing his board, while OkayDoritos board seems quite frantic.
It seems that this Doritos name is kind of throwing us off. What if we just say alright and okay? Well, no, that will also confuse us. Let's just stick with Bruhiones. Indeed. And so as we move on to the 7th game in this second set, OkayDoritos having a very good setup, however, can still send out a lot of garbage onto Alright Doritos' side. Bruhiones though able to downstack the garbage, sending out even more on OkayDoritos' side.
Hello, I'm back again. What's happening? OkayDoritos with the huge well doesn't use it quite well against Alright Doritos, as he still survives after that massive spike. He does have the pressure to keep on going at this point, but Alright Doritos seems to always have response to it, and that right there is a very cool counter.
Indeed, it seems that OkayDoritos committed too deep into the combo. He wasn't able to actually deliver onto the attacks, to be honest.
That's true. People often focus on back-to-back chains too much, and that can lead to pretty gnarly complications on their board.
However, it seems that OkayDoritos has learned from that mistake. It seems that he's keeping the board very clean. Oh, never mind. A single misplace.
Nice. Commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse. Despite the misplaces though, OkayDoritos is a much cleaner board than Bruhiones. Bruhiones just choking at every possible turn, every possible fork, and that OkayDoritos being able to leverage with that mistake. OkayDoritos with 5-4 on the board.
I'm just noticing how close this match is. It's 4-5 on the second set, and the first set ended in a tiebreaker. Do you think this set will end on a tiebreaker as well?
I think it really will, Brian. I think all games, in fact. It just seems that both players just keeping us at the edge of our seats at every single set.
Yeah. It's like they're dropping on purpose just to add that factor of suspense on the players on the viewer's side, and quickly fixes it.
Oh, is that the misplace on OkayDoritos' side?
No, it's not.
Oh no!
He was just waiting.
Oh, he was just waiting.
He was just waiting for the piece to drop. It's something that players do to commit to their opening, and whoa, what a massive spike.
Interesting. Very interesting.
14 lines to Alright Doritos, but he manages to survive, but not for long, as OkayDoritos continues to send the pressure. What the? Oh my god, that almost worked. Alright Doritos almost survives that attack, but OkayDoritos' continuous pressure just wins against Alright Doritos' defense. 6 point for OkayDoritos, 1 more point, and it's 2-1 in terms of sets. Okay.
Wow.
Pretty anticlimactic ending right there, but OkayDoritos scores his second set on this best of 5 first to 3 sets. 1 more set for OkayDoritos, and he wins the whole tournament.
Despite being 2-0 in terms of sets though, these have been a very, very close game, with the first one being 7-6, this one being 7-5. Alright Doritos or Bruhiones could still turn the tables.
Table the turns.
Table the turns indeed. Yet again, during that game, they had very similar openings, but just just the fact that even if both players miss drops, OkayDoritos is able to recover much more than Alright Doritos.
The future reference. Am I lagging?
You might be.
What the hell is happening?
Okay. It seems that we're just immediately going on to the
Hello.
third set, Brian. Hello, Brian.
Right, third set. Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello. Yet another similar openings from both players. Briones being able to send a barrage of attacks yet again. Okay, yes, we can hear you, Brian. However, OkayDoritos being able to send a lot of garbage, a much cleaner board, I must say.
Yes.
Just stacking on.
OkayDoritos is very high on the board, doesn't have the pieces to down stack. And that's the first point of the third set of the final match of PCS.
PCS. Oh, did OkayDoritos lag for a second, or was he contemplating what his opening will be?
Players do tend to do it sometimes.
Indeed, maybe it just took a little bit of time. Maybe it will pay off, because if you can see, OkayDoritos has a very good setup for a combo and is delivering. However, OkayDoritos
also hesitating.
It just seems that OkayDoritos is able to fend off those combos that OkayDoritos was bombarding. And the T-spin finish! Brian!
Bro, my Wi-Fi is not...
You should have seen that finish, Brian! An immaculate performance for OkayDoritos. Misplacing, potentially, I'm not entirely sure, but OkayDoritos cleaning it up despite everything. Alright, Doritos also on the verge of setting up for a combo. OkayDoritos with a very clean board. He could set up for a combo right here, which is what he's doing. However, Alright Doritos fending it off, his life depending on it. And he's able to set his own combos. OkayDoritos down stacking has the enough blocks to actually down stack, fending off the barrage of attacks, and a clean board yet again from OkayDoritos. Both teams just fending it off. Alright, Doritos with the godly, gnarly setup. OkayDoritos. Oh my god, that was such a good round from both players. However, Alright Doritos being able to close it out yet again. Going on to the fourth round, it just seems that both players are an immediate finish off of OkayDoritos. Very different setups, and it seems that OkayDoritos was able to be paid off with this. Fifth set now, and OkayDoritos yet another clean board. Briones not being able to downstack on the barrage of attacks that OkayDoritos was sending off. For a huge lead, 4-1 lead, the first ever 3-point lead in this match. It just can be seen that Alright Doritos or Briones has a much faster way of setting up, and OkayDoritos, despite this head start that Briones has, is able to get back on the mid game and actually be able to send a lot of combos, a lot of attacks onto Briones' side. The board's looking very drastically different. OkayDoritos with a much cleaner board, about to knock out Alright Doritos for the 5th time. (5-1) here on the board. the seventh game in this potentially final set. OkayDoritos, yet again the first to send the garbage onto the opposing side. Just has a much cleaner board, and as a consequence of that, a much cleaner combo setup. OkayDoritos grasping for straws, however those straws were indeed grasped. Clinging onto dear life both players. OkayDoritos, a very clean finish. 2-5, potentially the start of the reverse sweep on Bruhiones' side. Two very similar openings on the two sides. However, both teams just misplacing, it seems. However, OkayDoritos banking off of that misplace that OkayDoritos has had. A very messy board and just pays off. What a single mistake in the opening costs OkayDoritos the round. 5-3 already. OkayDoritos with the momentum, with the motivation, the catalyst to potentially win this match in a best of 5. OkayDoritos yet again a much cleaner board in the mid game. OkayDoritos immediately down stacking, and just sending out a barrage of garbage onto OkayDoritos. A very good counter. Moving on to the 10th round of this set. OkayDoritos being able to, wow, a huge barrage of attacks from OkayDoritos, despite the initial garbage that OkayDoritos was able to deliver, being able to downstack. However, a very clean finish off of OkayDoritos. This could be the potential game breaker. Both teams just very disciplined downstacking, slowly but surely making their way to the bottom while also setting up. However, OkayDoritos setting up a very good combo. Slowly but surely dwindling away at the garbage. OkayDoritos though showing that he's better at it. 5-5. Already tied with OkayDoritos grasping for straws yet again, showing that in this tiebreaker, under the immense pressure, he was able to deliver. OkayDoritos, hello Brian. OkayDoritos grasping for an immediate misplace, and I think OkayDoritos has this in the bag. That single misplace.
Muted.
Yes, you have, Brian.
But I was commentating the whole time. But whoa! From 2-5 to 6-5 in a matter of seconds. OkayDoritos making the legendary comeback here, saving his life from losing the whole tournament. Okay.
OkayDoritos though.
Nothing's happening yet. Oh,
no,
something's happening.
Something is
OkayDoritos
happening.
with a massive spike, and that's the second tiebreaker of this match right here.
The
Very
first
close.
to win
match is
this,
so close.
the last round, Brian, of the third
This
set.
can be indeed potentially be the last round of the set and the whole tournament. Never mind. OkayDoritos.
No, there's still a chance. I can see it. I can envision it. OkayDoritos with the down stack.
No.
Wait.
No. No.
Yo. What a way
Damn.
to end it. That was some immaculate down stacking, Brian. What? Brian. Wait, are you muted again? Nevertheless, what a way to end it. Yet another tiebreaker from these two, showing that even if it was a 3-0, it really doesn't reflect just how close these games were. OkayDoritos showing off a very exceptional performance despite losing to a 3-0. Hello, Brian. Hello.
Oh my god. I was just in disbelief. On that last point, OkayDoritos was so high up on his board that it looked like he was losing, but at the same time, Bruhiones had too many holes, too many missed drops on his board, and that did give time for OkayDoritos to downstack safely and to send his counterattack for the win, for the trophy, for the first place of PCS Tetrio division.
Wow, I guess we can see who truly is the best at in Pisay at that trio. Okay, Doritos. In the stream, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the champion of this year's PCS that trio tournament. Can you please come up to the stage for a very, very quick
He has
interview?
already raised his hand. He has already raised his hand.
Yeah, I invited him. I think.
Oh.
Did I?
Aren't you supposed to allow him to speak?
Yeah, I did.
He's raising his hand. He's
Appears to lagging.
be lagging.
Nevertheless, we can invite Briones to the stage instead. For now, we'll wait for OkayDoritos. Hello? Mr.
Hello.
Briones.
Hi.
Hello. How do you feel after that game? That was a very close game. Despite being 3-0, it really does not show just how close those games were. 7-6, 7-5, and 7-6 again? What do you say? What do you have to say about the match?
Bro, I'm so pissed.
Why?
Relatable. True.
Nah, he put something in my water, bro. I'm like shaking.
Oh, you did say that you were playing against your idol, which does indeed make sense.
Yeah. He stole my name. That's a lie.
Didn't you
Stole
steal
my
his name?
freestyle. That's a lie. He stole my everything. My heart. I mean, no.
Can we have a height reveal? Can we have a height reveal?
5. But
5. He's 5.
Just 5.
5 foot.
Just
Yeah.
5.
Because he
Interesting.
stole it.
Hello. Wait, I can't really hear you.
Hello.
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 So, okay, Doritos, Jared, how do you feel about that game? What do you have to say for yourself, for the whole world to hear?
I kind of just did not expect anything. I forgot that there was a game, and so I was kind of scared that Cody was gonna like just sweep me. We're very fair match from the both of us. I think we both put up a really good fight.
Indeed, very. As commentators, as casters, we were very enthralled by that game. That was a very butt-clenching game, I must say. Okay, Doritos or Briones even. Did you guys prepare at all for this game? I know for Okay Doritos, you were doing your math AA, so maybe not. But did you guys prepare for this grand finals game?
My training was math.
I strategically sent myself home.
Very interesting indeed. Brian, do you have anything to ask our competitors?
No. Not really. Just
Easy.
crazy, bro. Crazy
Okay.
match.
Indeed, crazy match
Just-
indeed. Do you have any final words before the stream ends? Both of you even.
Would you be honest, can we get the real OkayDoritos? Please join the next PCS. I will be host, but I might host the next PCS, so that's gonna be sad. But
Can you like have a cash prize
we can have like
from the math units? It's gonna be sponsored by the math unit.
oh, that's true. Sponsored by the entire Pisay. You should have PCS sponsored by the entire Pisay. You heard it here first, guys.
Well, maybe you guys should help with that advocacy, since
Oh,
it will
shit.
be up to you guys to continue the PCS
Oh.
tradition.
The bell, the doorbell.
It's a true dorm. This is a true dorm. A true dorm standard from there. But they didn't do
Indeed.
the epic there.
Maybe the doorbell is also signifying we should end the stream. Brian, do you have any last words before the stream ends?
Thank you everyone for watching the final stream of PCS. I don't know if there's any stream after this. Maybe
No, there
is,
isn't.
but
It's the very last stream
okay, but
of this year's PCS.
yeah. Thank you everyone watching the final stream of PCS. Thank you for all players for participating. We got some insanely close matches. We got some total sweeps. But all in all, this tournament was fun to watch.
Indeed. To any
As a
batch
caster.
2026 out there, any batch 2027 even, if you want to continue the tradition of PCS, please do so. You may contact us whenever you want for any help, but please do so. I think
Do
that is
not
all, Brian.
hesitate. But
Go
yeah,
on.
That's all.
Yeah,
for
that's
this match.
For this entire
Thank you
event
everyone for
even.
watching. Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Good luck on the exams. Good luck on everything. Good luck on
Right,
graduation
good
for
luck.
batch
I have to do
2025.
my math AA.
Good luck on your math.
Good luck on
Thank
math.
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.